It is actually, again, another small harbour. In fact, we have to reduce the draft of the forward on the bow, on the forward part of the vessel, to less than 8 meters in order to come alongside. In fact, there will be a smaller sister ship of us, the Royal Princess. They will be at anchor and we will be alongside. Quite a nice place, Tórshavn as well.
We're going to be arriving in Tórshavn, the capital city of those world-famous Faroe Islands. Now we'll be alongside. I know it's terrible, isn't it? 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're actually going to be in with one of our, when I say sister ships because it's the same company, but it's actually one of our little ships. We'll be in with the Royal Princess as well tomorrow. But we get to go alongside, and they have to do tenders. I guess it's all to do with shorter straws. And it's a lovely little spot. Some of the houses have got grass on their roofs for insulation. It's really interesting little place. So please, I encourage you, you must at some stage go ashore and enjoy the sights of Tórshavn. There's not that many islands that make up the Faroe Islands, but it is a very unique and unusual place. And it belongs to Denmark, if anybody's wondering, but it is kind of self-governed. They have their own language, which is different than the Danish language, their own flag, and they're really nice people.
The Faroe Islands is the remnants of an ancient volcanic plateau. Geologists have dated it to about 50 million years. And you can see the layers of basalt. The waterfalls do look very inviting, but the water, even the sea around the Faroes, the temperature is about constant 4 degrees. So the sea never freezes in winter, but it is cold. The tunnel ahead of us is about 3 kilometers, 3.5 kilometers more. We're still on the island of Streymoy. On our right is the entrance to the undersea tunnel connecting this island with the island of Vágar. We'll take that on our way back. We'll first go to the village. It has made life very convenient having this tunnel. It cost about $3 million to build, and we're still paying for it. So although other tunnels and roads are free, we still pay a toll for that. We've now come to this little village of Leynar, where you have the opportunity to visit the workshop of the wood turner and just explore the village if you like. We'll stop for about half an hour. Do you see the stone ladders, the fish ladders, which help the salmon to travel upstream to the lakes?
See the fence, the stone fence on the other side?
Yeah. Often they pick a day like this when it's wet and rainy and windy, because on a fine day the birds would be there waiting for them to make the journeys. Besides the sheep, which are now native to the Faroe Islands, the Faroese have a horse which is very much like, or in fact it would be a pony, very much like the Shetland pony, the native Faroese horse. It was brought by the Irish hermits, they believe. It's called Sandavágur, or Vágar, if you pronounce it, anglicize it. was found outside. They believe that this village was about 500 to 1000 AD. And this runestone is one found from the time of a runestone which the Vikings used. About the Faroese flag. Yes, the Faroese do have a flag which is distinct from the Danish flag. The Danish flag is a white cross on a red background. The Faroese flag is a red cross with a blue around the cross on a white background. Well, it's the end of summer here and most of the birds have started traveling south. The Faroese national bird is the oyster catcher, and a little black and white bird with an orange beak. You would be very lucky if you catch a glimpse of one of them because it's already rather late and many have returned. In the summer, you have this almost 24 hours of light, but not quite like in Norway, not so far north. We do see the northern lights, Aurora Borealis, if we are lucky.
Captain speaking from the bridge. Well, I hope that despite the rain and quite a cold weather, you have enjoyed the stay here in Tórshavn, quite a characteristic city up in the Faroe Islands. As per ourselves here, we have everybody is on board now, and we're just waiting for the official to disembark. As soon as we clear then the bay outside, I will go south and back to the west, although it's going to make a little bit longer for us. This at least will make a little bit more comfortable for you during dinner time. There is quite a bit of a swell outside there. We have encountered this morning coming in, quite a bit of a strong wind with a moderate sea, and that's what we're gonna find as well later on. So by going around the island south, we're gonna be entering again in the open water just around 9 p.m. This evening. The good news is that this low pressure that has been with us today and last night is now moving to the east, and we are now moving west, so it's actually gonna be decreasing rather than increasing overnight, which is good news for us. And we're gonna proceed up towards Iceland. Tomorrow is gonna be a day at sea, and as I said before, we're gonna cross the Arctic tomorrow night, or actually in the early hour of the morning before arriving at Akureyri. Well, nothing else for me to say up here. Again, I hope you enjoy your evening on board. It's gonna be quiet for you until 9 o'clock, and then we're gonna start to bounce a little bit. Again, nothing major, but a little bit of a pitchy movement, so just as usual, keep attention when you go up and down the stairs and moving around. Of course, stabilizer will be loud, just to make sure that we make it more comfortable as possible for you. Well, we speak you then tomorrow, Dead Sea, to relax for you, before we get up to Iceland. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.